Okay, so good evening. Now we are going to discuss the next unconventional machining process, that is the abrasive jet machining process. Okay, abrasive water jet machining process. That machining process we will discuss here. Okay, up till now, which method we have seen? We have seen the electrochemical machining process. Then we have seen here the ultrasonic machining process. Okay, then also we have seen the wire cut electrical discharge machining, and also we have seen the electrical discharge machining process. Okay, that four type of unconventional machining process we have covered. Okay, that only one and the last type of process is remaining, that is the abrasive water jet machining process. Okay, that process we will discuss right now. Now see, here we are knowing that in that ultrasonic machining process, now see here, in that ultrasonic machining process we are using the vibration of your tool. Okay, we are giving the vibration to that tool, and with the help of this vibration of that tool, during that when your tool is vibrating, that time we are inject the slurry, abrasive particle slurry, and due to that abrasive particle slurry and due to that the vibration, that abrasive particles slurry particle, it will hammers on your workpiece, and due to that hammering process it will remove the material from that workpiece. Okay, but in this process, in this abrasive water jet machining process, again we are using here abrasive particle. Okay, in this machining process also we are going to use the, see, this is the abrasive, means here we are using the abrasive particle. Okay, now in this process, okay, in this process we can use as the abrasive material, it will be the aluminum oxide, or we can say the silicon carbide or sodium bicarbonate. Okay, such type of abrasive particle we can use as a abrasive, we can use such type of the material. Okay, for the means, for the abrasive material in this process, it will be the aluminum oxide or silicon carbide. Okay, such type of material we can use as the abrasive material in this process. Okay, now here, along with this abrasive particle, suppose this is the abrasive particle is there, and along with this abrasive particle, also we are mixing the water, abrasive particle with water. Okay, we are mixing, and that abrasive particle, along with water, we are injecting this abrasive particle and water with high kinetic energy, with high kinetic energy we are injecting this abrasive particle and water. When we are injecting this abrasive particle and water with high kinetic energy, okay, that time it will directly cut the material from the work. This is the simple principle on that your abrasive water jet machining process is used. Now see here, in this abrasive water jet machining process, we can use water. The percentage of that water, it will be 70% water we can use here. Okay, 70% water, and that 70% water we are mixing with the abrasive. That abrasive we can use here 30% abrasive we can use, and we can use the 70 percentage of water in this machining process. Okay, then with the help of this abrasive water jet machining, okay, we can perform the machining process on the metallic workpiece. Okay, we can perform the machining operation on the metallic workpiece. Also we can perform the operation on the glass also. Okay, also we can cut the ceramic materials with the help of this abrasive water jet machining. Okay, now, so first upon I will show you the animation part, and once we have to see the animation part, then I will discuss here its construction and working. Okay, so first upon try to understood the concept with the help of this animation part. Okay, now see, this is the water jet machining process. See here, See, this is the nozzle. Okay, this is the nozzle. With the help of this nozzle, or what is the function of this nozzle? We are knowing that the function of nozzle is to convert the energy of your water into the kinetic energy. Okay, and this nozzle, it will be inject the abrasive along with water with kinetic energy with this pressure, and jet this jet of your abrasive particle and water, it will be cut the material. Now see. Okay. In this manner, that abrasive water jet is work. Now see the construction. In that abrasive water jet machining process, it consists of following parts. See the construction, it consists of, see this is the workpiece. Then it consists of one tank is there, okay, for holding this abrasive. Here, this is the abrasive tank is here, and inside that abrasive tank, there will be the abrasives are present. Okay. Now see here again, it consists of valve is there to control the flow. Again, it consists of this intensifier, then it consists of the pump, it consists of a reservoir. Okay, this is the simple construction. Now we are knowing that in that reservoir where store the water. Now see, in this reservoir we can store the water. From this reservoir, the water is sucked with the help of this pump. From this pump, it is given to the intensifier. The function of that intensifier is to increase the pressure of your water. Okay, whatever water is coming, now see, whatever water is coming from this pump, then it is given to the intensifier, and the function of that intensifier is to increase the pressure of your water. And then this pressure of water, it is given to the this pipe, simple, through this it is coming to this pipe here to control the flow. Or here we are using the one valve is here. With when this valve is open, that time from this pipe, this water is enter into this pipe. Right now see here, at the end of this pipe we have attached one here, we have attached one nozzle is here, and that nozzle, it will be made up from the tungsten material. Okay, this nozzle, it will made up from the tungsten material, means it is made up from the hard material. Now see here the one pipe from this abrasive tank, it is connected here to this pipe inside that nozzle. Okay, Okay, means inside this nozzle, what is the function of that nozzle? When this water is coming into that nozzle, the function of nozzle is to convert the energy of that water into the kinetic energy. Convert the energy of that water, whatever energy is present inside that water, that energy of that water is going to convert into the kinetic energy of the water. Okay, and here whatever the water is present inside that nozzle, with this water, with this water from this pipe, again the abrasive particles, or that we can say the abrasives. Okay, that abrasive is also coming here, and that abrasive is mixed along with this water here. Here in this process, sorry, in this portion, this water and this abrasive are mixed, and here through this nozzle, with high kinetic energy, it will injected. Okay, with high kinetic energy. Now see here, with high kinetic energy, this abrasive water jet is there. Through this tip, we can say, through this the tip of the nozzle, that abrasive abrasives and this water, it will be injected with high kinetic energy on your workpiece, and because of that high kinetic energy of your abrasive and water, it will directly cut the workpiece. Okay, in this manner that abrasive water machining is going to work. Okay, simple. The water, first step on the water is stored into the reservoir. From the reservoir, it is sucked by the pump. From the pump, that water is given to the intensifier. Here in that intensifier, the pressure of that water is going to increase, and then that high pressurized water is enter into this pipe when this valve is open. Okay, and here here that water is going to mix with this abrasive, and that abrasive and that water, it will be injected through this nozzle with high kinetic energy, and this injected water and abrasive, it will cut the material from your workpiece. Okay, with this kinetic energy. Simple. Okay, in this manner your abrasive water jet is going to work. Okay, now see here, what is the advantages? We can say, what is the advantages of that abrasive machining process? Again, with the help of this machining process also, we can do the machining on the brittle material. Okay, and the main advantages is that the initial investment, okay, the initial investment of this abrasive water jet is low. Then again, similar advantages in this abrasive water jet machining, we are knowing that there is no direct contact with workpiece and tool. Okay, so that there is no question of increasing the traces into that workpiece. And also in this abrasive water jet machining, there is no heat is generated. Okay, no heat is generated, we can say no heat is generated, so that also there is no question of changing the physical property of your workpiece. Okay, and these are the simple advantages. Once again, I will repeat the advantages. First advantages is we can use that abrasive water jet machining to perform the machining operation on the brittle material also. Then second, the initial investment, we can say the initial investment of that abrasive water jet is very low. Then in this machining process, there is no directly contact with the workpiece and tool, so that there is no chance of induce the traces, means this process is trace free, we can say. Again, the amount of heat, means in this process the heat is not generated. Okay, the heat is not generated, so that there is no question of changing the physical property of your work. These are the basic advantages, we can say. Then what is the disadvantages of that process is, again, similar disadvantages. The material removing rate. Okay, the material removing rate is low. Then in this process we are using the abrasives. Okay, and that abrasive we can use only one time only, means we are not make the reuse of that abrasives. Okay, means once we have to use that abrasive, it will be waste. After that, after using that, it will become waste. After that means that we cannot make the reuse of the abrasives in this process. Okay, these are. And also the next disadvantages of that machining is, this machining process is not suitable for doing the machining of the ductile material. Okay, for the ductile material. Okay, simple. Again, application of that water jet machining is, We can use this machining process for fine drilling. Okay, also it is used for machining of the semiconductors. Okay, then any type of profile we can generate with the help of this machining, and also we can perform the machining of the brittle materials like glass, ceramic, and refractories. Okay, these are the simple application of your water jet machining. Okay, and which part we have to remember in this abrasive water machining? As the abrasive, which what is the abrasive materials? In this process, we can use the aluminum oxide, silicon carbide as the abrasive material. Then, what is the percentage of that water and that abrasive? Here, we can use the 70% water, 30% abrasives, and okay, and also we can use it for the metal, glass, and ceramic cuttings. Okay, simple. This is the abrasive water jet machining process. Okay, it is very simple. Now, up till now, we have covered that 5 unconventional machining process. So once again, I will summarize that all the machining processes. Once again, just only the in small sentence. The first process we have seen, that is the electrical discharge machining. In this process, we are using the tool. Okay, we are using the workpiece, and in between that tool and workpiece, we have maintained the small amount of the distance or gap, we can say, and this gap is called as the spark gap. What will be this gap? That gap, it will be vary from the 0.2 mm to the 0.5 mm. Again, here in that machining process, we are using the DC supply. We are using the DC supply. Here your tool, it will act as the cathode, workpiece, it will act as the anode. Okay, when we are giving the power supply, that time the spark, such type of the spark is generated in between this spark gap, and when this spark is come in contact with the dielectrical fluid, that time that dielectrical fluid, it will become ionized and it will flow the current, and due to that current, temperature is increased, and due to that temperature, the workpiece is melt and it will remove the material. Okay, this is simple regarding to the electrical discharge machining. Then we have seen here second, that is the wire cut electrical discharge machining. Again, same principle also, whatever principle we have used for that electrical discharge machining, again same principle we are using here in this wire cut electrical discharge machining. Again, here in this machining process, as a tool, we are using the wire. The diameter of that wire, it will be 0.3 mm. Okay, and the material of that material of that wire, it will be copper or tungsten we can use. And in this process also we are using the dielectrical fluid, and the dielectrical fluid, it will be the water. Okay, in that electrical discharge machining, we are using the kerosene as the dielectrical fluid. Again, here we are maintaining the spark gap in between the wire and workpiece, and that spark gap, it will be 0.5 mm. Okay, 0.5 mm. Again, similar principle, when in this process also we are using the DC supply. The positive terminal, it is given to the workpiece, the negative terminal, it is given to the wire, and when that supply is made on, that time what will happen, the small spark is generated. Okay, the number of that number of sparks are generated in this spark gap, and when this spark is come in contact with this dielectrical fluid, it will become ionized, it will flow the current, and temperature increase, and it will melt the material and remove the material. Okay, this is the simple working principle for that wire cut electrical discharge machining. Then next is ultrasonic machining process. Okay, in that ultrasonic machining process, see here, in that ultrasonic machining process, where first upon we are giving the current to that transducer. Okay, this transducer, it will convert the current energy, or sorry, we can say the electrical energy. That transducer, it will convert the electrical energy into the mechanical vibration. Okay, due to that, this tool horn is going to vibrate, and it will concentrate all the vibrations to the tool holder, and from the tool holder, this vibration is given to the tool, and so that your that tool is going to vibrate. During the vibration of your tool, at same time we are injecting the slurry, abrasive slurry through this nozzle with high pressure, and when this abrasive slurry is coming this contact in the gap between that, and due to this vibration, that slurry, inside that slurry there is the abrasive particles are there, and that abrasive particle, it will hammers on your, it will hammering on your workpiece, and it will be remove the material from the workpiece. Simple. Okay, now see here, in this ultrasonic machining process we are using 20 to 30 hertz frequency with abrasive slurry. Here the vibration of tool and slurry, it will remove the material from the workpiece. Okay, simple. And the next process is the electrochemical machining process. In that electrochemical machining process, or this machining process is going to work on the Faraday's law of electrolysis. This process is a reverse to that electroplating, because in that electroplating we are adding the material on workpiece, but in this process we are removing the material from the workpiece. In this electrochemical machining we are using the electric and chemical energy. See here, as the electrolyte, we are using the sodium chloride, we can use the sodium nitride, we can use the sodium sulfide. Again, in this process also we are using the DC supply, and the range of that DC supply, it will be 3 to 300 voltage. Here also we are using the tool, and the material of that tool, it will be stainless steel, copper or brass. And that tool, whatever tool we are using in this electrochemical machining process, that tool should have good conductivity, thermal conductivity, and also electrical conductivity. And in this process we are knowing that, see here, when we are giving the supply to that tool and workpiece, and also we are injecting this electrolyte in between this small gap between that tool and workpiece, that time what will happen, the the negative ions from the tool, it is emit, that tool, it will emit the negative ions, that workpiece, it will be emit the positive ions. And we are knowing that that positive ions, it will try to attract toward the negative ions, and that negative ions, it will try to attract toward the positive ions. And because of this envelope, what will happen, the current, it will be flow, and it will remove the material from the workpiece. But in this process we have to remember this sentence only: the material is removed by charge positive charge positive charge ions. In this process we can remove the material by the negative charge of ions, and the positive charge ions we can carry out with the help of the electrolyte. Okay, this is the electrochemical machining process. Now the last, that is the 5 number, is abrasive water jet machining process. In this process we are using the water along with, means in this process we are using the water with high pressure and with high kinetic energy. This water is going to mix with this abrasive, okay, in this nozzle, and we are creating one jet of the high kinetic energy. Okay, then when this high kinetic energy jet of abrasive and water is injected on your workpiece with the help of this high pressure and with the help of this high kinetic energy, what will happen, it will coat the material, or we can say it will remove the material from that workpiece. And then this abrasive and this water, it will be stored, or it will be collected into the drain or catcher. Okay, in this manner that unconventional machining process are work. Okay, now so we are having one animation for that ultrasonic. Okay, you see this animation for the ultrasonic machining process. Now see, this is the vibration, and this is the abrasive particle. When due to that vibration, it will be hammers on your workpiece, and it will remove the material. Like this. See, this is the machining process is done. So anybody having any problem, any doubt regarding to that all unconventional machining, please tell me. So if you are having any problem, I will repeat once again. Yes, anybody?
No problem, sir.
Okay, understood. All machining process you are understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so our that unit number 6. Okay, that unit number 6 is completed. Okay.